This is the Australian stock market closing report for Monday the 9th of May 2016. It was a tough day for investors, with the market initially rallying out of the gate only to drop by 50 points. However, by the end of the session, the market had reversed the entire 50-point drop to close in positive territory. The ASX 200 closed higher by 29 points, or 0.54% to 5,320. The daily trading range was 57 points, with the high of the session at 5,321 and the low of the session at 5,264. Market breadth was significantly positive, with 128 advancing stocks versus 52 declining stocks and 20 stocks unchanged. The All Ordinaries Gold index was convincingly bullish relative to the overall market, closing higher by 2.55%. Gold Road Resources was higher by 8.2%, Resolute Mining was up 5.9%, and Anglogold Ashanti was higher by 5.7%. The consumer staples sector also came in strong, closing to the upside by 1.68%. Select Harvest was up by 5.6%, Blackmores was up by 5.5%, and Costa Group Holdings was higher by 4.1%. The energy sector stumbled out of the gates, however, by the end of the Asian session was closing to the upside by 1.18%. Whitehaven Coal closed up by 6.8%, Origin Energy closed higher by 2.4%, and Santos was up 1.7%. The materials sector was the weakest sector in the market, closing lower by 0.56%. Orica weighed on the sector after investors dumped the stock after a sharp fall in first half profits, the stock closing down 12.3%. Incitec Pivot closed down 3.7%, and Oz Minerals closed lower by 2.75%. In economic news, global research indicates Australia's investment ranking has slipped 2 spots to 11th. In a statement from the Arcadis Global Infrastructure Investment Index Group, says where public assets have been sold and the money is used directly to reinvest in other infrastructure schemes, it provides new opportunities. These state assets are fetching values far greater than their expected price, so investor appetite remains strong regardless of the short term. Figures released from the ANZ indicate the number of job advertisements has slipped in April, falling 0.8% compared to the prior month. However, year over year they are up by 6.3%. ANZ Head of Economics Felicity Emmett said that the ANZ job ad figures suggest the economy has lost some momentum after strong growth in the second half of 2015, and the momentum in job ads could alternatively reflect some uncertainty by firms around the near-term outlook given the double dissolution election in July, or a general softening of the economic outlook. The 5 most active stocks were South 32 up 4.1%, Fortescue Metals down 2.25%, Ascenta down 0.6%, Myer Holdings higher by 0.5%, and Telstra Corporation up 0.5%. The 5 best performers were News Corp B up by 7.6%, Cleanaway Waste higher by 7.5%, Whitehaven Coal higher by 6.8%, Select Harvest up by 5.6%, and Blackmores up by 5.5%. The 5 worst performers were Orica down 12.3%, Sky Network Television down 6.5%, Incitec Pivot down 3.7%, ANZ Banking Group down 3%, and Oz Minerals down 2.75%. The Australian dollar is currently lower by 0.4%, trading at 73.40 US cents. Spot gold is off 1%, or $13.35 to 1,280 US dollars. And crude oil is higher in the Asian session by 57 cents, or 1.28% to $45.23. This has been the Australian Stock Market Closing Report for Monday the 9th of May 2016, and I've been your host, Aaron First. I'll see you again next time.